Welcome to the Marching Arts Podcast. I look like I have the wrong little logo in the corner, but I'm not going to worry about it because we are doing everyday scores for the week of finals. And we just had 4 shows today, some crazy amount of shows. We had Open Prelims. We had Canton, Ohio. I'm missing some.
Downingtown, Pennsylvania, or is that what that was?
Yeah. We're going to jump right in. So thank you guys for joining us. We have a lot of scores. We have a lot of recaps. We have a lot of ranks. We're going to get through this as quick as we can because it's late at night and we want to go to bed.
Yep.
So we're going to start with the open class prelims. And this was tonight, August 5th. You guys can see it right there. They did have I think they had a lightning delay.
There's weather everywhere.
Yeah.
This time of year is terrible.
Yeah. But we can
they
see
need to move these people inside.
I know. I'm surprised they don't do it inside the dome.
I know.
But maybe it's a cost thing.
It's probably a cost thing.
But it'd be cool for them to perform inside. You know? So Spartans took first place in 82.675.
Yes.
Blue Devils, after not performing for almost a month.
Yeah, they had a huge break.
Yeah. And 81.775, and then gold with an 80.625. Battalion, Columbians, River City Rhythm, Raiders, Colts, 7th Regiment. So we're going to pull up the recaps just real quick, just to see where everybody's lining up here. Wow, Blue Devils B, look at that, it's taking general effect. They got general effect 1.
Yeah.
And then they took
That's kind of all over. I mean, look at the total, though. 32.95, that averaged out to a 32.8. So it's 1/10 between them. And then even, gold, 32. So they're showing up.
Yeah, you can kind of see Battalion got 5th and then 4th for Columbians. So well, pretty. Spartans, 24.850, so half of a point here. With visual proficiency analysis and color guard.
Yeah.
And then they took all the other captions. It looks like here,
except for percussion. Percussion went to gold. Yeah.
Good for them. They've had, since gold started, really, they've been pretty solid.
Yeah.
I've been very impressed with them. And Spartans too. Their show last year was really, really good. Really liked their show last year.
Yeah, and every year there are people that are calling for the Spartans to consider moving up to world class, but it really comes down to the logistics of revenue. Open class isn't based on size, it's based on revenue.
Well, and the core director really put a stop to it and said, nope, we're never going to go world.
Yeah.
So as long as he's the core director, they're not going to go world.
Exactly, and I don't see a need for them to. I mean, they have a great schedule of how they do things. They have a great staff. They have a great experience, and they put out really enjoyable shows. And they're not sweating it out like the rest of us are when it's time to look at the spreadsheets, and think about next year. Who knows? So kudos to them.
I mean, honestly, they're going to get to compete in semis. So,
and it's only a matter of time before they're barking at that 12th place. If they keep growing the way they do.
Yep. So really, really strong showing for all 3 of these corps, 2 California corps and Spartans. Where are they from? They're from
New Hampshire?
Yes, I'll have to look it up. I don't even know, to be honest.
New Hampshire? Yeah. Shame on me for not knowing that.
I know. Shame on me too. But that's okay.
Yeah, Nashua, New Hampshire. That's what I thought.
Okay, look at you, how smart you are. Okay.
No, that's Core Clash, they told me.
Oh, there you go. Okay, so we're going to look at, let's go to Pittsburgh.
Yeah, because I believe the Lake Erie show was rained out.
That's what it looks like to me, too.
Yeah, I believe it was
quite a jump for the Santa Clara Vanguard.
Yeah.
Like 2.5 point jump or something like that.
It was huge. I'm in the wrong place.
But they're also competing against different cores, not comparable, really. So you're going to have a bigger bump. It's just natural. But we can see the scores here, 92.6, 86.4, 82.0. 8105. We're not going to look at recaps here because they're so spread apart.
Yeah. Yeah, I mean, obviously Santa Clara came across the board as in ones, you know?
Yeah. And we're going to look at the overall rankings on the Core Clash app after, so.
Yeah.
But okay, let's go back here.
Nice little bump for Madison. They're making their statement that they want that 12th place.
And like I said, if they, we're going to look at the captions, though.
Yeah.
Still kind of the same story, but we'll see what happens. You never know what's going to happen. Okay, so I got to watch most of this show.
Same.
I did not get to catch Spirit, Crossman, Colt because I was working. I got to see right at Mandarin's, and I pretty much saw everybody.
I missed Crossman and Spirit, unfortunately. I did see about the back half of Colts and on.
Okay.
So,
go ahead.
Weird little show tonight. It seems to be, there's been a lot of rainouts and a lot of broken schedules and broken rehearsals because of lightning delays and all this kind of random stuff. And I feel like some cores were kind of shaking the cobwebs out today.
Yes.
So I saw
everybody.
Not just like a drop of a piece of equipment or something, but just small mental lapses, like missing a step off or leaning into something. You know, I saw someone just lean into a step off that just signaled the whole thing was coming. You know, so it's just little mental lapses as that end of the season fatigue starts to kick in, and you get a bunch of rainouts and whatnot. So it was kind of a strange little show.
Yeah, and there was a lot of uncharacteristic errors I heard in the horn lines. I heard out of tune. Quite a few, almost everybody was out of tune in one spot or another, like a soloist or something. There was drops, uncharacteristic drops in the guard. Not for everybody, but for most cores.
In general,
And then there was some dirtiness.
Yeah. You know, just kind of form dirtiness. You know, it was like I said, it seems like people just, a lot of disruption in the last week going into Allentown and then coming out of Allentown, you know, where I just think that that's kind of, and of course dealing with the normal mental fatigue that we all have coming into that last week of tour. Now everybody re-energizes, you know, this week and their practice days and everything going into finals, you hype up and everything, but that last week before finals week is tough mentally, for sure.
Yeah, because you're really kind of just, I want to get to the finals week. I don't care about these shows necessarily because, you know what I mean? Because you're kind of like, I just want to get to the finals week.
Yeah, all the regionals are behind you, so you're done. You
know, and these shows are important. This is Blue Coat's home show, so it was very important. So I'm not trying to say that they don't care, but you're kind of mentally just like, okay, I just want to get to the finals week. I just want to get through the show and get to the finals so we can actually have a few days off to kind of get our brain back into gear, you know, into performance mode, you know. And like everything's getting rained out. Carolina Crown, so shout out to the Carolina Crown for showing up to the show, doing the standstill, and hope that their driver is okay. There was a medical emergency with one of their truck drivers, and they had to leave the truck there.
Somewhere in Pennsylvania, somewhere.
Yeah, so they're going to have to get it to where they need to go, so...
Yeah, at this point in time, they probably were like, let's just get it to our next spot in Indiana, you know.
And that makes complete sense. I mean,
for sure.
You know, let me move us up here real quick.
I haven't even looked at the full recaps yet, so this is all news to me.
Okay. Yeah, there's a lot of switching here. So we're going to... So first off, GE, 38.5 for the Blue Coats, and then 37.9. And then, look at that.
That's my big gasp.
I'll be very honest. I saw that coming because the show was firing on all cylinders. It was an impressive show. And I haven't seen it in a while, so I apologize if I talk really loud. I have my headphones on, so I'll probably take one ear off.
Good.
But I haven't seen the show in quite a while, and I'm like, I'm gonna sit and watch it and not be distracted. And it was so good. It's so well constructed, conceived, thought of. It's a whole journey. All right, let's move on down. So we're looking at. We just looked at color guard. Let's go
over to music.
Yeah, let's go over to music. So one's across the board for Bluecoats, and deservedly so. They were really good tonight. 19-5 in percussion. Wow, they beat everybody in percussion.
Who did? The Blue Devils?
Wow.
Oh, Bluecoats. Wow.
I know. Mandarin's got 7th in percussion. Colts got an 18.
Look at Colts 5th. Yeah.
Wow. You go, Colts.
Well done. Yeah.
So let's go back to brass. So 19-0 in brass, 18-6, 18-8 in for Blue Devils.
Yep.
18-5 for Regiment. Cool. And then Mandarins in 6th, and then Blue Stars. Blue Stars, man, so good.
Yeah, they've kind of come out of
good.
nowhere, and good for them. I like them.
And this is just straight down the right here. Music analysis 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. And then same thing here, except for the switch here. 5, 6, 7 is flipped. Okay. Let's look at the rankings. So I'm going to stop sharing this. All right, so we jumped to the Core Clash app. This is where we're going to get the rankings. Now, once again, these cores are not all at the same show, so some scores are different. You can see, for instance, Santa Clara went up 1.6 to 92.6, but Mandarins went down a little.
Yeah.
That's going to adjust as soon as we get to the finals week when they're all competing in order and competing where they should be. So don't take those numbers. But Bluecoats, yeah, go ahead.
Oh, I was going to say, the thing to notice is that if you took out everybody that competed tonight in Canton, that panel was a little bit stingy. I love stingy panels. Boston went down, Blue Devils went down. Regiment hasn't had a show in 4 days, and they couldn't even cross a point in benefit. Mandarins went down. I think anybody who went up in this show only went up by like a half a point, except for the Crossmen. Yeah, and Bluecoats only went up 0.1. Crossmen went up 1.2. They're the only core tonight that went up more than a point. Either everybody went under a point or they went down. Yep. So, yeah, kind of a strange night.
Yeah, so Bluecoats only went up 1/10, and they got a 96. And they deserve that because they were they were so good.
Yeah.
Yeah, Boston, they went down almost a point.
Yeah. See what I mean? Yeah, Blue Devils went
sense.
down almost 7/10, you know?
It just doesn't make sense. I think they were going for ranking, which is fine. So, but if you look here, it's 2 points difference now between Blue Devils and Bluecoats. 2 points. That's a big spread.
Yeah, and that makes me wonder what would have happened had Carolina competed tonight.
Yeah. Or competed,
look at that, because now they're only 0.05 of a point behind Blue Devils. And, and 0.8 of a point or whatever, 0.7 of a point ahead of Regiment. As it stands. So what would have happened had they competed?
Yeah. And what was I going to say? Since they did a standstill, there's really no way to kind of gauge this either, right? So
nope. Yeah. No.
But I have a feeling they could have beaten Blue Devils.
That's what I'm saying. Like, I don't know. I mean, I don't know.
They could have gone down. They could have gone down to like 93.
Yeah, they could have gone down and come in closer to Phantom. Yeah. Or they could have crossed, who knows? That's crazy.
Yeah.
Woulda, coulda, shoulda.
Woulda, coulda, shoulda. All right, so let's cruise on down here. So we got Santa Clara. Mandarins, like we said, went down. Blue Stars went up a little. Cavies, they haven't performed for a couple days.
Yeah.
But they went up 1.3, so they probably would go, depending on where they're performing, right? Judging panel.
Right.
Don't know where they're going to end up. Yeah.
They went down 1.3 tonight.
But you know what? I think what happens is everybody gets, what's the word? Elevated in score. And then they realize it as they're coming into finals, go, oh crap, we have everybody like super inflated. And they start bringing the scores back. They really compress
it in. Yeah, they do that at quarters. They tighten everything up. And then semis kind of start to spread out. And then you see all weirdness at finals because nobody cares anymore.
But Madison's now solidly in 12th.
Yeah.
With an 86.4. And Blue Knights even went up 2.1 points, but they didn't compete in the last 2 days. So who knows?
Yeah. They got rained out. So, I mean, they got rained out tonight. They could have been competitive, having not competed in 2 days. I think they needed to be close to an 86 to stay in the conversation. You know, they didn't need to beat Madison score-wise, different panels, different shows.
Yeah.
But, so, having a point spread is no fun, but it doesn't mean anything going into prelims.
Yeah. And last year we had more competition for 12th place, and we had more competition for the top, 6 through 10. There's a lot more competition. It wasn't as solidified, I think, as it is now.
Yeah, this might not be. I think people are still kind of looking at what's going to happen between Crown and Regiment, and potentially BD.
Yeah,
I think, and they might look at Cavaliers and Colts are competitive with each other. You can throw Blue Stars in that mix if you want to.
Yeah, I think the real stories are going to be right around in this area here, 3, 4, 5. 6th place, I think Santa Clara is going to lock that in. I just think they are. Then Blue Stars in Mandarins. I don't think Blue Stars are going to catch Mandarins.
No, that's why I kind of lump Blue Stars with the 8, 9, 10.
Yeah, so in this area here, I agree with you on that. And then this is going to be, look at that though.
Well, that's what I'm saying. Now, that's a 4-day-old score for the Troopers, so I don't see that being competitive. I think Troopers and Madison are on their own islands.
Yeah, I think they're going to go.
Well, I think Troopers is on their own island, and I think Madison still has to contend with Blue Knights.
Yeah. Yeah, I think this is going to be the story of the 12-13 place. No one else is relatively close.
No,
14,
it's not
15
a 4-core race anymore.
is close. 16, 17 is close. And then 18, and then you can see here it's just 19. Yeah, they're all individuals here. All right, let's real quickly through the brass because we're at 20 minutes already. Be a quick video. Yeah, I have to go to bed early.
Yeah,
I'm tired. I didn't sleep at all last night. I was up the entire night with insomnia, so it was horrible.
Oh, no.
All right, so we got Blue Coats 19, and once again the scores, like you said, they were being super conservative. This still is. I thought this was corrected, but they're still at an 18-7. There's no way they're better than Boston.
No.
Interesting. Okay.
Yeah, so, that's wrong.
I'm like, there's no way they could be at 18-7, but it's possible.
I mean, that might have been, wasn't that an inflated show to begin with?
Let's
August
take a
1st?
look. Was it the first?
No, that's them.
Okay, let's take a look.
Because Crown was there.
Okay, Troopers.
It would be Brass.
Oops.
There it is. 18-7. Interesting.
But that was against a 19-3 and 19-0.
You know, something, I don't think that's corrected because they ended up correcting Crown's score that night. So, I don't know.
Let's take a look at the DCI recaps here.
Yeah, that's where I was going to go.
Let's go to, and that was on 8.
That was Lawrence, Mass.
Okay, 8-2. All right, let's take a look.
Troopers and Brass.
Sorry, we're still going to be in the way, so I don't care. We're going to scroll over here. Okay, so it's visual, music.
They still,
hold on.
yeah.
Gotta move this out of the way. 18-2.
They still have it at 18-7.
No. Oh, they do?
Am I looking at the right thing? Music, Brass, yeah.
Yeah, 18-2.
It was the Crown score that got adjusted in 19.
So they were comparing it against Carolina Crown, which means they beat Vanguard and Brass. Wow. Okay, then.
All right, then. I think that was an inflated score. I think that was more a Rankin rate.
Hey, man. It is what it is, right?
It is what it is.
All right, let's take a look at percussion, and then we'll go to guard. So 19-5. Wow. That's a good
Blue
score
Coats
in
beating
percussion.
Boston in percussion tonight.
Wow. And not by a lot. And
not by a lot.
Vanguard 19-3.
Both of them have been. What's the Sanford winning drum lines, right? So.
And then Blue Devils.
Has Boston?
They've never won
before?
Mm-mm.
Oh, okay.
And then 19-0. So we're going to see really what at finals what happens here, because I think this is kind of, you never know.
Yeah.
Home show.
And again, it's a 3. It's now 3. It's a combined 3-night score.
Yeah. So. And I'm not saying they weren't good. I'm not a drum person, so I don't know. But I just, I thought Boston was on point, but so was Blue Coats. So
yeah.
We got Carolina Crown, Phantom coming up. They went down 0.3, but that's an adjustment.
Yeah.
That's just an adjustment for the show. 18-2 for troopers, so they're scoring really high in percussion because they're really good.
Yeah.
So deservedly so.
Yeah.
And then we have the break here, going below 18, which is Cavies, Blue Stars,
I'm starting to question
Mandarins.
that. I'm starting to question that Lawrence math show because it's got them really high in percussion and really high in brass. So I'm starting to question the validity of that.
Well,
panel.
I think the scoring was ranked higher, so they had to kind of put everybody in.
Well, that's what I'm saying. Yeah.
Yeah.
So,
Agreed. It's probably not relative to everyone else.
Man, Madison's just like, I'm gonna collect this place and keep it in my
Yes,
pocket.
the Spirit of Atlanta over Blue Knights still in percussion, and then Crossman.
That's
all
a good night
16s
for
in
Blue
here.
Knights.
Yeah, Madison though, man, they've got
I know,
to get
that's
that
what I
score
said.
up.
They're just like, I'm gonna put 18th place in my pocket and carry it around. I don't see that changing. So they've just got to really up their game everywhere else.
They got to clean. They got to stay up until midnight cleaning.
Right? They're
That's all I
sleeping
gotta
with their
say.
drums, sleeping in the drum truck.
And I'm sure it's just because they could have a younger line or whatever, and that's fine. But you trust me, midnight, do some midnights, man.
I had to
clean those
sleep with
drums.
my Saber my last year. It was on the bus with me, and I spun at every freaking bathroom stop.
Yeah,
So
exactly. All right, well, that's scores. That's the ranks.
Yeah.
That's all the goodies. So I will be doing another show tomorrow night. And I'm going to get this done.
I'm looking forward to
tonight.
All you flow people, make sure you watch Open Class tomorrow. That's what I'm going to be doing. Their championships are tomorrow, and if we can't be there in Marion, watch it on Flow because these kids are doing really great work, and we need to support them.
Exactly. And you can see by the scores, they're scoring really well, which means they're performing really well.
Yeah.
Watch it.
Yes.
And honestly, I actually like a lot of even when we're talking about World, all the way down to 21. I mean, I like all the shows. They're all good. So just support them, please.
Yeah, for sure.
We need this activity. We need this activity.
Exactly.
Please. What's funny is not funny, but when I started, there was over 200 drum corps. And then every year it went down dramatically. Every year. Just we lost more and more and more and more and more and more. Because the community drum corps went away because it's just money.
It's too hard to run these type of organizations anymore.
Yeah. Especially in California, man.
Yeah.
What's weird though, in California, we have 10 drum corps now.
Oh, you've always had 10 drum corps.
Not this many. I mean, we have...
No, you have a lot now.
We have Santa Clara Cadets, which they don't have cadets anymore. Blue Devils, Blue Devils B, Blue Devils C, Impulse, Gold, Golden Empire, Pacific Crest. I'm missing some.
Mandarins.
Okay, I gotta forget the Mandarins. There's another smaller one though. I said Impulse already, so okay, we have about between 9 and 10. So we have a lot of drum corps in California.
Wow.
Which is a lot.
How do we live without the muchachos though?
I don't know.
No, the California Dons. That's
California
who it was.
Dons.
Yeah.
They folded a long time ago, though.
I know.
Like 86 or
How
something
have we
like that.
survived without them?
I don't know. All right, well, tell us what you guys thought in the comments below. We'd love to hear your opinions of what's going on. We'd love to know where your head's at in terms of who do you think is going to be where. So please let us know.
Yes.
Please also go to our page, support us. Please become a member. It's 99 cents a month. It's not even that expensive. But you get special perks. We're going to do extra shows for the members. You're going to get special shout outs and stuff like that. So please go to our community page. And then also make sure you check out our merchandise. We have really cool shirts. And I need to get you guys your dang merchandise. I keep saying that. I'm like, oh, I got to get your merchandise. And then we get busy and we forget about it.
I know, right?
Yeah, but please support the channel. We would really appreciate it. And I'm going to be making sure I make an announcement for the live stream once we have a little bit more details. I think Kanan and I are pretty set on what we're doing and how we're going to do it. So we will have an announcement out either tomorrow, probably tomorrow. That way you guys are aware. But we're going to be live streaming all semis. He's going to do the first half. I'm going to do the second half. So if you want to join me for either part, you can join us. Jump on.
I'll jump on and say hi.
Yeah, but I'm going to be literally watching every show in semis from 12 up.
Oh my
and
gosh.
then we're going to be commenting as we go. And then, of course, we're going to talk about the scores, but they're going to announce those as the shows go on. They announce the scores, which is fantastic. I love it so much. And then finals, we're doing a finals retreat ceremony live stream. So we can live stream that. Flo's not going to get us for that. We just can't play any of their music as they come on because I got copyrighted.
Yes. I am going to be flooding the channel with YouTube shorts and little reels and everything from Lucas Oil. So if you are at Lucas Oil, you can find me during intermission and semis at the fan shop working some merch and everything. And I'll just be roaming around doing some fun little shots of all the activity. So keep an eye out for that.
Very cool. Can't wait. Super excited. Last week. Here we go.
I know. Here we go.
We'll see you on the next one. Be sure to march on, and we'll see you tomorrow.
Bye.